Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mic Check
2.
My name is Rachel, and we have
Ajai.
And Sean.
Today we have episode 11. Ooh. We are joined by the lovely Nicole.
Hi,
Hey,
thank
good
you so much
morning.
for having me. Having me. Yay.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Nicole French. I am the Senior Dental Director for St. Hope Foundation. I've been here since 2010. I originally started being a dental assistant about 20 years ago. Honestly, I had my first child and was like, hey, I have to get a career. So I went to school, and here we are 20 years later.
Oh, big chief.
Okay. Make sure you put the senior in front of it. We love that. So we're going to go ahead and just dive right in.
All about the teeth.
All about the teeth.
And why they have feelings too.
Okay.
So, Nicole.
Feelings or fillings?
Oh, a pun. We love a witty guest. It's gonna be so fun.
I'm pulling that joke, so.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm excited.
Sean was not ready for that
I
one.
wasn't. She got me off guard.
It was perfect. It was perfect. That was the perfect pun.
Chef's
Oh,
kiss of perfection of a pun.
I love a witty woman. Let's get it.
Okay. So, Nicole, can you tell us what sets St. Hope Dental apart from the other dental places? Local dental places.
Yeah, most definitely. The amazing thing about St. Hope is that we have 6 locations surrounding Houston. At each of our locations, we have multiple dentists. And we are just truly here to help, a lot of private practices or dentists, I won't say a lot, but they are known for just in it for the money. And that is not what St. Hope is about. We are genuinely there to serve our patients and give them the best care possible.
That's true. I could attest to that.
Yeah, I do
When that
also.
one time my face was swollen, I couldn't talk. They helped me out.
They are a great team. Great team.
So, Nicole, tell us about the dental program. What services do you guys offer?
So we are a full-fledged general dentist office. So we do everything from just the exam and the cleanings, fillings, partials, dentures, implants, crowns, all of the above.
A whole one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
Well, let's get into why you need to go to the dentist. How often do you recommend somebody seeing the dentist?
That is my favorite question. People should see the dentist. Well, they should go to the dentist every 6 months. You should get your exam and your cleaning. So just going to the dentist once every 6 months for like a limited exam because you have a toothache, that doesn't really count. You have to go get your cleaning and do the preventative maintenance to take care of your teeth. I will say, just getting the basic cleaning and the preventative care is going to be a lot gentler and more affordable than waiting until it hurts, because then it gets more expensive. That's when you need root canals or extractions. So it's really important just to do the maintenance part of it.
Okay, so what are some things that we should be doing at home or in between our dental visits to make sure we stay on track?
Definitely brushing your teeth at least twice a day. Ideally, you do it after you eat. So every time, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Flossing, don't just floss when you get something stuck between your teeth. You want to floss, make that a daily habit. And then rinsing with mouthwash, that helps your gums a lot.
Okay, so I know you said brushing twice a day. Soft, medium, or hard toothbrush?
Soft.
Oh, that is the
Soft. Okay.
It should always be soft. A lot of people, my mom, likes the hard toothbrush. You should see her toothbrush. It's splayed out, it's flat, and it's a hard toothbrush. So people feel like their teeth don't get clean unless it's hard, but it needs to be soft. It's not how aggressively you brush, it's how long you brush. So you should be brushing for up to 2 minutes in small circles.
When should we be changing our
Get
toothbrush?
out of my head. I was just
Like,
about
how
to say.
often should we change those?
It should be every 3 months.
every 3
3
months.
months.
And actually, I use a Quip toothbrush, and I'm set up where a plan where they just send me a new detachable head every 3 months, and it's like $5. So
Oh, that's fancy.
Okay, I know we have some. I'm cutting up. Let me go ahead. I know you had a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I just want to know, set up my little dental area in my house. Okay, I got to get my soft toothbrush. I'm going to change it out every 3 months.
Yes.
Okay, how do you feel about water picks versus like traditional flossing? Do you feel a certain type of way? Do you feel one is better than the other one?
I personally, and I would like to preface this by saying I'm not a dentist. I am a registered dental assistant. So anything I say, if you have questions, definitely go back to your dentist and get their input. But me personally, water picks are messy.
Everywhere, right?
It gets everywhere. It can be kind of aggressive. So as long as you're flossing every day, it won't really get to the point where you need water picks. But patients that have braces, water picks are really the only option for them because they can't get
They
floss
get the hard
in between.
So I have a question. When people are at home and they're doing their dental maintenance and they're brushing and they may have noticed like some swollen gums or bleeding, is that like what could that mean?
Yeah, it could mean that they have gum disease or the beginning of gum disease. That is definitely a sign, hey, I need to make an appointment for my dentist.
That answer sounded very MD, Google. No. We're not saying that, no, but definitely visit your dentist.
For sure, yeah. It's a telltale sign. Your gums shouldn't bleed.
Go ahead and come on in.
Come on.
We're taking walking.
So speaking of, let's say I'm deciding I want to go to the dentist. And I know there's a lot of listeners out there that are petrified of dentists, me included. I am scared because I see the little sharp things, the little needles, and I'm like, y'all about to put all that in my mouth. What are some tips or will be the process of getting an appointment and easing a patient's tensions of coming in to seeing a dentist?
Well, first of all, that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. We have so many patients that come in and they haven't been in years because maybe they had a bad experience when they were a child, or they're just terrified. And I tell my patients the first couple appointments where it's not going to be well, first of all, dentistry should not be painful at all. Okay. The first couple of appointments are very easy. We're just taking x-rays. We're just doing the exam. We'll do a treatment plan so you know what needs to happen to each tooth and then, of course, how much it will cost. But that's a perfect time to ask questions. My team loves to answer the questions, and I just feel like patients need to be heard and express their fear so we can address it real time.
Do y'all do like laughing gas for just regular checkups? Or like, is that the right word?
Girl, a regular checkup.
Like Sean was mentioning, people be like some patients are
my
terrified.
mom is one of those. She gets basic cleanings and she has to have nitrous. So if you want nitrous, yes, it is. We can provide it.
Okay. I'm just messing. I'm giving you a hard time.
But
Funny story. The ladies at the Sugarland location always mess with me because I'm scared of the dentist. And Kelly always says, she's like, you ready to come get your teeth cleaned? I'm like, girl, no. She's like, we finally got laughing gas. And I'm like, okay.
So you considered it. So
I've considered it. So her question wasn't completely crazy.
It's not.
I'm like, if I can't have gas and I feel one poke, I'm running out of that seat out the door. So I get it.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Also, something that prevents people coming to the dentist that they haven't been in so long that they are embarrassed. And I can guarantee you that when you come in, we have seen worse. And even if you were like the worst, your teeth were in the worst state possible that we've ever seen, we're not going to judge you. Like, you are there. You made the effort to be there. We're going to do what you have to do to get you where you need to be. Okay. So there's no reason to be embarrassed or feel judged. Like, this is what we do.
Okay, we out here saving smiles. One smile at a time.
Hashtags, one smile at a time.
I like that.
The hashtag.
Goodbye.
Are bad teeth genetic? It's like, or is that like a myth?
We're mythbusters right now.
Yeah, we're mythbusters for sure.
So it can't. The way your teeth grow and the way your bone is can be genetic. The enamel on your teeth, can be caused by genetics, but it does not happen as often as we hear patients. My parents had bad teeth, so I have bad teeth. Yeah,
I was gonna say because My daughter, she has the hugest gap. And no shade to her father, he has the hugest gap.
Right.
Like,
So the
it's
way
like the
teeth grow. Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same teeth. Like, and she's like literally his teeth went into like it's just the exact. I hate that for her.
I do think
Not
it's
that
funny
wrong with her, but she
how
has big old teeth.
as babies we have this one set of teeth and then we start losing them at like 8 to 12 and then we get this set of teeth that we have for the rest of our lives. Like it's just bad planning on somebody's part. Like we should get another set.
But you know that's even more reason
to take care
to
of
go
them.
and go to the dentist because you don't get no more after you get them adult teeth.
Exactly.
That's it. That's
exactly.
it. You did mention enamel, so like, can you explain like what enamel is and how to keep it healthy?
So enamel is just like the protective barrier on your teeth. Brushing with a soft toothbrush is one way, just to make sure it stays there. You know, a lot of patients suffer from grinding, me, myself included. So just using a night guard at night.
And you guys offer night guards, right?
Yeah, we do all of the above. And then talking about missing teeth, we also place implants. So you might get one set, and for some reason
Your set didn't come with all of
right?
them.
You can't hold on to them. We can place implants.
Okay. All righty. All right.
Are we gonna edit that out?
That was a good answer. I'm here for it.
It's just me. 'Cause
Sometimes they run away from you.
they get away from
If
you.
you can't keep them.
This one here.
You can't keep them. Okay. So, okay. This is true. So what are some foods or I guess like activities to avoid to not have your teeth running away from you?
So I'm glad that you asked. It's not necessary. Like people have a tendency to think if you eat a lot of candy that you are automatically going to get cavities. What it is how you eat. So if you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner and you're not like munching throughout the day or sipping on soda throughout the day, that's how you prevent cavities. So you can eat candy, just brush your teeth right after. And unfortunately, Dr. Patel told my 5-year-old son that. And I was like, hey, can we ixnay on the eat candy? But it's true. As long as you brush your teeth, you can eat, whatever you want. Just make sure your teeth are clean and healthy.
Melissa might say otherwise, but that's a different story for a different day.
Our nutritionist that came and did an episode.
So, I mean, yes, real world. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but this is real world.
It's being realistic.
You're keeping it real right now.
Right.
We know people are going to eat candy. Mm-hmm. You're going to have your Coke, whatever you need.
And you're not saying like you'll never get cavities that way, but just to lessen your chances, make sure you're just brushing your teeth after you eat your candy.
Correct.
We can't stop you from eating your candy.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to just briefly touch on a topic that may be kind of embarrassing for some people, but it's very important. Bad breath. How can you combat bad breath? And then when do we know, like, okay, this is indicating something a little bit more serious than the average morning breath?
So if you are brushing your teeth and you're still noticing an odor, that could be a sign of early gum disease.
Okay.
And all of it's preventative. Like, again, if you go to your dentist every 6 months, do the exam, get the cleaning, that's the best way to prevent any issues.
It can mean like a bad tooth, right? Or is that what you mean?
It definitely can, because that's what a cavity is. It's decay that is in your tooth. So
you're just smelling all of that.
Mm-hmm. It could be your gums. It could be decay in your tooth. So a cavity is decay. They go in and clean it out and then fill in the hole that they had to make to get rid of it. Put the filling in, and you're good.
So we all know that everybody wants a beautiful, bright, white smile. Does St. Hope offer teeth bleaching or whitening? I'm not sure the proper term, but do we offer that?
Yes, we call it whitening. And
whitening.
Yes, we definitely offer it. It takes about an hour and a half. Of course, everybody wants white teeth. Over-the-counter strips work, but they take a long time. Whereas if you invest in yourself, you invest in your smile, you can go get it done in that hour and a half, come out 2 to 3 shades whiter, and then you can use the whitening strips to kind of maintain. We also offer whitening trays. So after you do the hour and a half whitening, you can get trays that you use at home.
Now, what exactly is a tray?
It's kind of like a retainer. It looks like have you seen Invisalign?
Oh, okay.
So it's like clear.
And then you just
And then you
kind
just
of
pop
put
it in.
substance and pop it on.
Oh, okay.
So, just to go back to the whitening. So, I'm not sure if everybody's seen that new trend on TikTok where they're using the magic eraser. Have y'all seen that?
What?
They're using a magic eraser to whiten their teeth.
Like what we use at school?
Mr. Scrub, the bald head man?
Yes, the Mr. Clean. Yes, I have seen that TikTok.
Would you is that?
No, definitely not. So
sound
we
healthy.
were talking about enamel and you have to preserve it. Essentially, a magic eraser is just like very, very fine sandpaper. So it is super abrasive on your teeth. So it is definitely taking off a layer of your enamel, which can cause issues later on. So don't do that.
Yeah, but they're just looking so bright on TikTok. But you heard it here first.
Don't do it.
Mythbusters.
Right.
Put that magic eraser
Girl.
down.
Yeah, no.
I tell you one thing, natural selection really gonna get some folks out of here every single time because why would you put Mr. Clean? The man be scrubbing the floor.
But have you seen those like eraser
never
bars?
They
Like,
work.
I've
The magic erasers, they work well, like on everything else. I could see why somebody would try it.
Are you kidding me? It took a scratch out of my car. Why would you put that?
Right.
And
then
when you
there's
say
that,
magic, you mean the thing we use at school?
You know, they have like the ones on the walls.
It's the
like
white thing. It's like to help clean your kitchen and stuff.
Yes. It's a sponge.
Okay. And they put that in
Natural
their mouth?
selection. You know, George Bush said "No child left behind." That was a lie because that makes zero sense.
But I'm telling you, like, it's important. This is why it's important to visit your dentist twice a year.
And
because the internet will lead you down a rabbit hole of lies.
And that's why it's
deceit.
important to not get back to whatever episode. Trained professionals. Get your education from trained professionals.
Not TikTok,
because
for sure.
I'm flabbergasted. I just
So, Nicole, question. Speaking about Mr. Clean. Let's say we have a new patient. What would be their expectation or the process of their initial visit? What would they go through?
Okay, so they've already called scheduling, set up the first
They've called
appointment.
scheduling. We've got
Have they done their
insurance.
intake?
We've done our intake.
Okay.
We've done our insurance verification.
They are ready to
They paid
see
money
you
and they are
all.
ready to see y'all.
Okay, so they will be greeted by one of our fabulous dental assistants and taken into the room to get 18 x-rays taken. It is a mouthful, but it is necessary. Then we will get you in the chair. The doctor will review the x-rays, will take measurements of your gum to see what type of cleaning you need. And then the doctor will look at the x-rays, the probing depths, look in your mouth, and kind of start calling out things to the dental assistant. A lot of times patients we're speaking gibberish. But once we get done treatment planning, the doctor's really good about just, sitting you up and telling you this is what is needed. These are your options. I will say dentistry is an art. I like it because it's kind of like science and art put together. But it is very subjective. So the dentist is there to give you options. So I can understand why some patients come away confused because you could have 3 different options on one tooth. So if you have a lot of teeth that need different things, it can be overwhelming at times. But you are your own best advocate. Just ask the doctor, okay, where do I start? What is the next step?
So speaking of like the cleaning, what would be a good cleaning method opposed to doing a cleaning at home?
Yeah, so it's important that you get a dental assistant to do the cleanings. Our toothbrushes and our little floss picks can only do so much or get so far. A hygienist has the skill and then special instruments to get below the gum line, to get the plaque turns into Plaque is the yellow stuff that's on your teeth. If it is not taken off over time, it turns into tartar, which can be very hard to get off, and no amount of flossing will get it off. So the hygienist will get in there and remove that tartar. Why do you?
So it's just more a deeper cleaning.
It's just
So the basic versus that deep.
Like advanced, yeah.
Right, but don't get it confused because there is a general cleaning that the hygienist does. It's just called like an adult prophy, but there is something called a deep cleaning where they break it up into 4 quadrants and
You really get in there.
right. So there's different levels to it. There's different levels to the cleanings for sure.
I'm glad she broke that down because you just sitting there, they're like 14. You see somebody writing
It's like, are y'all about to like drill 14?
Right. Yeah. So my recommendations to the patients is just have patience while you're laying back getting the exam, and then once they set you up, definitely ask those questions. That's what we're there for.
Now, when you said hygienist, that's what I was thinking about. A hygienist is a dentist or no? Or they're different? Or
They're different.
so it's important to see both, I'm assuming.
Well, okay. So a dentist can do cleanings. Mm-hmm. A hygienist cannot do fillings.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hygienists, they're just, they went to school to clean teeth and learn the anatomy of teeth. And, I don't want to discredit what they do. They went to school for a long time, and it's important. Me personally, I would get a hygienist to clean my teeth and then a dentist to actually do treatments, if that's an option. And we do have hygienists at St. Hope at all 3 locations.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. It was like, so you have a hygienist and you have a dentist. So you need to make sure you schedule an appointment to see both if you need them. Okay.
Correct. And you always need to. You always need to have a cleaning and an exam scheduled. Even if it's 6 months out, you should always have those appointments set up.
Okay. All right. So hygienist to do my cleaning. If I need a filling,
Dentist.
the dentist. Okay.
Procedures and dentist, right?
But dentists can do cleanings. I don't want to.
Okay.
They're doctors, so
They can do it all.
Yeah.
So besides the obvious difference of braces and Invisalign, the appearance difference, is there like a difference? Like, does one work faster or?
One doesn't work faster than the other. I will say that not all patients are good candidates for the Invisalign. We call them aligners, like clear aligners is what they're called. So if your teeth are really crowded, overlapping, crooked, the aligners are not going to be the best option. You would need like the brackets and the wire to move your teeth. One thing I will say is that once you get ortho, you will always have to wear a retainer.
I could speak for that. Wear your retainer because one thing, my mama is still mad to this day. To this day.
That you didn't wear your retainer?
That I did not wear my. Every time she see me, she be like, "I put all that money into that mouth, and you did not wear that retainer." And let's just say. That's facts. That's big facts.
Yes. So you don't want to invest in your smile and then not follow through.
Typically, how long do you have to wear braces?
It
depends on the case.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like case by case.
To move one tooth, it could be 6 months. There's patients that have had them for 3 to 5 years. So it just really depends.
One big thing that keeps a lot of people from going to the dentist is that they don't have dental insurance. Can we kind of talk about what we offer and how do we go about things when people don't have insurance?
For sure. Yes, of course. We actually offer a sliding fee scale for patients that don't have insurance. It goes off of their income and then just how many people are in their household. We also see PPO, Medicaid, Medicare patients as well. So we're here to serve everybody and help.
What about payment plans?
We do offer payment plans, and that's one of the selling points for St. Hope. So when it comes to, for example, an extraction, you have to pay for that up front because once the tooth is gone, it's gone. But when it comes to like partials, dentures, crowns, where it's a multi-appointment process, then we can divide the total into payments.
So for our listeners out there, if you don't think you may have enough all at once, you can break it down into, I guess, X amount of payments based on whatever the treatment plan is.
Correct.
Okay.
And we don't necessarily do the total treatment plan. So say you have $3,000 worth of work that needs to be done. We are only going to charge you as you come in for each thing. So it's not that $3,000 broken down. If you need a filling for, $82, that's what you will pay for that day.
So that just eliminates the fear of people thinking that dental
gonna
work
be
is
too
expensive.
much.
Oh,
I have an educational moment. This is for me personally. What is the difference between, I heard implants, I heard dentures, I heard partials. What does all that mean?
So typically implants, they're like a medical grade screw. That's what they look like. And the doctor puts it into the bone. It has to heal for, a couple months for the bone to grow around the ridges in the screw. Then a couple months later, we come in, take an impression to get a crown. We send that impression to the lab. The lab makes the crown. It comes back. Then we put it on. So implants are really used to replace one tooth that is missing.
Okay.
The next one is partials. It is a removable appliance, so it works well if patients are missing multiple teeth, but they still have some teeth. So what it is, that they just put it in, it replaces the teeth that are missing. It's good for cosmetic purposes. It's good for chewing. So when you're eating, a lot of the force, if you're missing teeth, the teeth that are remaining are getting a lot of that chewing force, which can cause them to go bad. So it's good to have just like a full arch of teeth. So when you're chewing, it's kind of spread out. So those are partials. And then dentures if you don't have any teeth, it replaces all of them.
That's really big now. Veneers, right? That's like the move now. People are like, do they? I don't know how they size them though, because some of them be looking a little.
like
So dentures are different than
the
veneers.
Mr. Ed teeth?
Yeah. Oh, they're different.
Yes. So veneers are your existing teeth, but they shave off your enamel.
But we need
But I thought you need the enamel.
Exactly. I wouldn't get veneers.
Y'all listening here,
Right.
We're with you. We're with you.
So
Wait, so they only shave off-
it's a cosmetic procedure. And what they're doing is just shaving off the front side of your teeth so they can glue on something that is really white and very
glue on. Okay.
like aesthetically pleasing.
So it's like a press
So
on
it's like
nail.
press. I'm about to say
It's like a press on nail for your teeth.
Press on.
Oh.
Hashtag press on.
Okay. Yes. But like I wouldn't get them because it does affect your teeth, and in 10 years you might have to get them replaced.
Oh, girl, maintenance too. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Because you still gotta.
I mean, obviously you brush them, but you mean to tell me
you
I
have to
gotta take them
floss
off and then put them back?
Because it's like because your tooth is basically like behind a layer of like
Exactly.
a thing.
So how do you floss that? You don't.
You do.
Oh.
So it's made for each tooth.
Oh.
So veneers are on each tooth. Whereas dentures, it's like one big block of teeth to go in and sit on your bone because you're missing teeth. Veneers are made, they're kind of like crowns
Press on.
or press-ons for your
And,
teeth.
and the dentures are like the thing that, well,
It's the whole
y'all know,
thing.
like with our grandparents, and they'll
Exactly.
take it, like put my teeth in the cup, and then they put the Listerine.
Yes.
So let's just say I have an accident or a listener has an accident. Oh, I chipped my tooth. Can I come to St. Hope and
Please
y'all?
do.
Okay. Okay.
Please do.
Okay.
We will take an x-ray. The doctor will determine what needs to happen to it, give you options. Again, it could be a root canal. It could be a crown. We might be able just to put a little filling on it. Like, there's definitely options, and we are affordable. So yes, if that happens, please come see us. A lot of times we have same-day appointments.
Oh, nice. Just to kind of go back to whitening, because I feel like that's everybody's like really into whitening. And you mentioned that we do it here. and there are kits at home. Is it just like a difference? Like, is what you're getting at the dentist stronger? Like, it lasts longer?
Great question. Before I get into that, though, I will say not everybody is a candidate for whitening.
Because like teeth sensitivity, right?
Teeth sensitivity. If you're suffering, if you are suffering from gum disease, like we want to get your teeth healthy before we just
slap some white off.
Yes. I'm glad y'all said
it's
that.
no point in having white teeth if your gums bleeding, you got bad breath and all that.
But you want them to be white.
Don't back up from the people.
But to answer your question, it is essentially the same chemical makeup. It's just more concentrated. So at home, like I said, we can give you trays. You put the material in the tray and you just pop it in. Whereas the in-office whitening, we actually have to put like a barrier on your gums so the whitening doesn't get on your gums because it can burn your gums. So we are trained to administer this. We put it on for 8 to 10 minutes and then we take it off and then we put a new layer on and then we take it off and, for up to an hour. Just because once the mixture hits the air, getting kind of in depth, it kind of loses its potency. So that's why we take it off and reapply it.
So you mentioned that you have been in this industry for about 20 years now. So I know you've seen it all.
You heard it all.
Smelt it all. How would you recommend letting somebody know, like, oh, you should probably go to the dentist, like a associate or a friend? Because
hey, let's do something fun.
Not a hey, let's do something fun.
Let's go brush our teeth. let's go to the dentist.
Girl, what you trying to say?
Because people typically maybe.
That's why I said bad breath is kind of
It's like sensitive. Yeah, like
and
so
it's weird to me that people don't really notice it. It's like I feel like if it's your own, you don't really notice it. You kind of come nose blind to it.
Why is that? Why do you not?
Because you've been stuck with the bad breath for a while.
Blind,
like
right.
you're accustomed to it.
But like day one of the bad breath, you're like you. I mean, do you smell your own breath? Like, I mean, when we had those masks on, I was humbled. I was like, let me get.
But I don't think like let's think about it.
She really just
like, pause. You know what? Let me.
So you're not humble with your heart. I don't mean you was not.
Oh no, I think
also,
everybody was humbled when they got
something else that could cause bad breath that we didn't mention was tonsil stones.
Ooh, what's that?
What's tonsil stones?
That sounds like a kidney stone.
So it's like plaque and tartar that gets stuck in your tonsils at the back of your throat. So sometimes if you sneeze or you cough and you feel like something,
it's like a little white ball, right?
That is called a tonsil stone, and it can cause bad breath. So just be mindful. You can look in the mirror and see them.
Oh.
You just gotta open your
Somebody
mouth.
got a mirror.
Hashtag, where's the mirror? Find the mirror. Okay, yeah. I just think it's very interesting because like you really don't smell your own breath. So trying to tell somebody else, like, what if they be like, I know you ain't talking.
But I want you to understand
I don't know
halitosis is not just like your halitosis is not gonna just jump and be 1,000. It's like one of those things
Over
that like
time.
it gradually goes.
Yeah.
So that's why the people don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like you should. I'm just asking for the listeners. I don't feel like you should be offended if somebody like tells you like, "Hey, let's go." Like Nicole said, "Let's go do something fun."
I don't even say that. I just be like, "Hey, would you like a piece of gum?"
Is that how you? I was so curious how people tell other people like
That they have bad breath.
Because
It's like-
I'm not the person.
it's when you
I'm not
slip.
gonna tell you. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna just step back.
Oh no, I kind of just you slide them a stick of gum.
I'm sorry, I'm not that person. I'm gonna just let you know. I'm gonna be like, before you go in somebody else's face, you might wanna, because that's
See,
let's go
the
to-
world needs more Ajais.
Yeah, because I'm more of a like,
no. See, Rachel is the type. Is everybody else smelling that, or is that just me? And I'm the one that's like,
It's her.
I'm telling you.
it's her breath over there.
This one.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about it is too, like, whenever I'm sharing office with coworkers or they come in, they laugh at me because I really walk down to the suite. Dr. Harris, can I have a toothbrush? Like, I'm in the bathroom, like, patients have walked in and I'm like, we just finished lunch. Hold on. Like, and
That's amazing.
Yeah,
you should. Everybody should walk around with like a little bathroom
I do
kit.
have my little thing.
I'm serious.
The little dental bag.
The little dinner
The
bag.
little itty bitty travel size.
Yes.
Oh, and then they have those little. My boss Mika, she carries the little wisp toothbrushes with her. That's perfect. Just whip it out.
Tamika. Yeah.
Shout out.
Maybe y'all
But
get
yeah,
rollers.
so I mean, just do what you gotta do because it's not always just the onion. Sometimes you really have a cavity.
And you need to get that checked.
Or a tonsil stone.
Or gum disease.
Gum disease, I think that's a thing that a lot of people just try to ignore.
Oh, that is, I am terrified of that because what happened, let me tell you, what happens is the plaque turns into tartar, but it's at the root of your gums and sits in between your bone and your tooth. There's like a little space there that bacteria can grow. So over time, that tartar grows and just becomes more toxic and can eat away at your bone, which can cause you or your teeth to get loose, and you lose your teeth from not getting cleanings, essentially. So everybody's scared of root canals and cavities, but really the cleaning, like that's the base structure of your teeth. Like you have to keep your gums and your bone healthy.
So
Because
what
they have fillings too.
I can't.
Or not. And if you ignore it, you might have to go and get a filling.
So if, let's say a patient were to come in and they're midway gum disease-ish, can that be reversed? Once it starts, it's inevitable kind of thing?
No, it definitely, so my recommendation to come in every 6 months, that's just for a general cleaning. But say it's been years, you come in, you need the deep cleaning, okay? They do the 4 different quadrants. They're going to want to see you in 3 months for another cleaning. And then you will stay on that 3-month regimen until your gums and gingiva start responding and they're getting healthy and they're tightening back up. So it's not the end. We can't replace bone necessarily. But you can stop the progress of it and then, just do that maintenance.
I have another myth buster. I don't know if it's a myth or not, but does sensitive teeth automatically mean like cavity?
No.
Okay.
No. So no, people just naturally can have sensitive teeth. There is toothpaste out there like Sensodyne that you can use that definitely works. But my recommendation is to only use it for like 3 to 4 months at a time. Because what it can do is desensitize your teeth so much that you don't know if there's an issue forming. So use it 3 to 4 months, then just use regular toothpaste, and then you can go back to
I
it.
use Sensodyne. I have naturally...
Every day? For months?
Have you whitened your teeth?
Mm-mm.
Beautiful.
Thank you. That's what they say. And just for the record, I have not been told. So if somebody needs to let me know, I have not been told. But the mask was humbling. But I do. I mean, I use Sensodyne
Every day? So there might
twice
be
a
a problem.
day. Twice a day.
Right.
So there might be a problem again.
Yeah,
I
I cycle off my Sensodyne.
I did not know that. Oh my goodness.
So cycle your Sensodyne.
Change your
It
toothbrush.
Oh yeah.
Cycle your Sensodyne.
Have you ever met somebody who didn't change their toothbrush?
Oh
And
yeah,
the
when you
toothbrush
go in
looks
people's
like it's
bathroom and it's just. I'm like,
Sitting on the
I'm gonna replace this for you myself.
Merry Christmas.
So use a
There
soft
you have
one,
it.
gentle, just brush for longer. It's not how hard and aggressive you brush.
There you have it. Well,
What you gonna say, Sean?
What were
This
you about
way-
to say, Rachel?
I need to go home.
I felt like you had a thought.
I need to go home and get my Sensodyne out my drawer. Like
I need
I need
to.
you to put it away for about 3 months.
I did not. I honestly did not. I've been using it for like the last year.
But ask your dentist.
As I will check with my dentist. Thank you,
Yes.
Nicole.
It's about time. Let me go ahead and use the chat feature on the website.
Reel it in.
It's
Okay.
time for me to make that little checkup.
All that. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole, for joining us and laughing at my jokes and giving us some very vital and important information. I feel like sometimes people neglect their teeth. They don't feel like it's a part of their overall health. Just want to throw out there, if you got bacteria brewing in your mouth, you're swallowing that bacteria. But hey, go ahead. Come and see the dentist. But Nicole, is there anything that you would just like the listeners to know? Anything that we didn't touch on? Anything you feel like is important?
Just the fact that I want those patients that are scared or feel like they're going to be judged or feel like they can't afford dental. I want them to come to St. Hope. We, like I keep saying, our team is amazing. We're definitely there to help, and like you mentioned, oral health is an important part of your overall health. So come see us.
Yes, I'm about to schedule today.
Yeah, me too. Dr. Harris gonna be like, welcome back.
I'm gonna make a special trip to Sugar Land and be like, come on.
Hold my
Hold your
hand. You're
hand.
gonna hold Sean's hand.
Hold
through
your
it.
Oh, they do. Trust me. The last time that Miss Kim had to hold my hand because I was like
But you
having
have, you
anxiety.
have great teeth,
You
Sean.
do have beautiful teeth.
You have beautiful teeth.
too.
Miss Kim had to hold my hand
Is it
because
just
I was
a
having no.
Nicole, tell it to my mom because she's still mad about that bottom retainer. You know.
Sorry, Miss Lisa.
But it's funny that you say that, Sean. Like, I feel like everybody in our team has held a patient's hand at one point in time. So that's just
I'm
a
not alone,
testament.
but
Yeah.
You're not alone. Well, we really appreciate you taking your time out and talking with us. Thank you so much, Nicole.
And if you ever need to make a dental appointment or just an appointment in general, visit our website at offeringhope.org. Use the chat feature or give us a call. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this episode about the teeth because teeth have feelings too, and so do we. We love y'all and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you guys so much again. Thank you, Nicole. And just remember, here at St. Hope, you're more than just a number.